When you pick an end goal, if it's something as simple as I just want to take a couple classes to get back into school.
You caught a fish!
Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sarah, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've been asked quite a few times on what gave me the push and what kind of things I took into consideration when I went back to college after getting married and having kids. And so I'm going to kind of go over that. 5 different things to look into before considering going back to college, and things that you should do when you do decide to go back to college. So the first one is to pick an end goal and make sure that it is obtainable. This was, for me, the biggest thing and the reason that I failed going back to college, because the goals that I had set for myself were not obtainable. Especially with, at the time I had 2 kids, I have 3 now. So it made it hard to be pushing towards a goal that honestly I just didn't have the time to do it. So when you pick an end goal, if it's something as simple as I just want to take a couple classes to get back into school, or I want to learn Spanish, or I want to be a teacher, or I want to be a nurse, at least give yourself something to work towards. If you're just going to school to go to school and you don't have something to work towards, it kind of makes it, I know for me especially, it made it harder to continue to go to school because I didn't know exactly what I was working for at first. As soon as I knew and I had an end goal and I knew, okay, once I'm done, I'll be a teacher, then it made it so much easier to go through and finish school. The second thing is to do your research. So what I mean by that is research different types of programs, research different colleges, research costs. Make sure that you 100% understand what you're getting yourself into. You don't want to come out of it with pretty much no degree or a minimal degree and have $50,000 in student loans because you didn't realize what you're getting into, or go to a college that isn't fully accredited, or that you have to travel for, which is really hard when you have children. So make sure that you do your research 100%. Call college campuses, call online programs, talk to your friends, use YouTube, use Google, and make sure that you do all your research before jumping back into school, especially to school that you've never heard of, or that you've heard minimal about it, or you saw a commercial one time on the TV for. Make sure you're doing your research. The third one is make sure when you go back to school that you have time to go back to school. This one for me was a really hard one when I first went back because I didn't set aside time for school. So I was struggling to try to take care of my kids, work full time, and then get classroom time in as well. So if you only have enough time to take one class at a time, only take one class at a time. Don't push yourself to take a full load knowing you don't have the time to take a full load, because going back to college takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and you don't want to waste all this money going back to school for you to only fail your classes and you have to retake them. Make sure that you have time allotted to, if you're going on campus, to go to school, plus the homework time and the studying time that comes with going to school. Fourth one is more of a personal thing, but make sure you apply for financial aid. And I'm saying that regardless of your income, regardless of anything, make sure that you are applying for financial aid. In California, they have the Board of Governor fee waiver. I don't know if they have it everywhere else, but if you're a California resident and you apply for financial aid, you're most likely going to qualify for that for junior colleges. The good thing with that is it covers your tuition cost. So that's saving you a couple $100s in classes just by applying for financial aid. I qualified for the BOG and that was it. But I know people that work and go to school and they get money back in the middle of the semester to help them with books and stuff. So make sure, even if you have a high income, that you're applying for financial aid. You apply for financial aid, that all goes into different grants programs. It helps you with student loans. It's easier to do it once at the very beginning when applying for school than trying to slowly do it through the semester to try to get help with your school. Another thing with this is check and see what kind of programs and financial assistance the school you're deciding to go to offers. If you are in the military, if you're a military spouse, some schools will give you a discounted tuition. If you are low income, they will help you. If you are of certain ethnicity, they will offer different scholarship programs for depending on what your major is. I graduated from Grand Canyon University, and in there, because I was able to get different military discounts because my husband is in the military. So make sure that you are using the tools and all of the resources that are given to you at the school in order to get the best rate. If you don't have to pay full price for college, don't pay full price for college. It doesn't make sense to do that. And the very, very, very last thing that I would tell people is to have fun. I mean, college it's hard, but it's not supposed to be stressful. And I know a lot of people, like I worked with a couple people who went through the nursing program, and you can tell it stressed them out. And it is a crazy program, but you could tell a lot of the time they were having fun. Like, it wasn't just book work. They got to learn a lot. And I know when I was going through the program, it's stressful. It's extremely stressful, but I got to kind of relieve some of that stress because I got to do externships and I got to work with kids and I got to have fun in the classroom with other children. So try to make the best out of the situation. Don't go to school just to go to school. Don't go to school because your mom is telling you that you have to go to school because you're a terrible person. You're not going to be successful if you're not going because you want to be there. Like, for me, my reasoning for going to school is because I always dreamed of graduating from college, regardless of what it was. And at this point in my life, I wanted to prove to my kids that anything is possible, that you can go to college and you can graduate from school and it doesn't matter what life throws at you, that you can get stuff done. So make sure that if you're going back to school and you're applying to go back to school, you're going back to school for the right reasons. If you're not going for the right reasons, you're not going to be successful. I mean, I'm not saying that everyone will fail if they're not going because of the right reasons, but at the same time, your heart is not going to be in it, and it's going to be a lot harder for you. If people could have warned me beforehand, hey, go back to school after high school before you have a life, then you bet your butt I would have gone back right after high school and not messed around like I did. But come here. I can tell you, I mean, I don't regret anything in life. I mean, look at this. But thank you. I went back to school for this and to make sure that he has the best life possible. Huh. So, here's our eczema warrior. But this right here is what made me go back to school. I hope that you guys find some type of motivation to go back and that you guys are successful in it. If you guys liked this video, what do you want me to do? Give them a thumbs up?
And click on the bell.
And click on the bell. And make sure that you're subscribing. If you liked this video and you want me to do more videos like this, go ahead and leave that in the comments. Yeah, thanks guys, and we will catch you guys later. Bye!
Bye.